Welcome to the official YouTube ads tier list. This is Ryan Shaw, CEO of Improve Digital. We run a marketing agency and we help specifically online businesses create wealth through YouTube ads. So we do YouTube ourselves, but we have a lot of experience with YouTube ads. And I think most other agencies would agree with what we're going to put together here. We're going to show you exactly the top ways to run YouTube ads and show you some live examples as well. So here we have the tier list. Now, there's not that many options available, but basically we have an S tier, meaning the ultimate ways to run YouTube ads. These are the ones you're going to want to use in every single campaign. And then we have A, B, C, and D. So we have 6 items on the board down here. You'll see we have keyword targeting, we have placements, we have affinity audiences, custom intent, in-market audiences, and topics. That's actually 7. And so we're going to place them by order. Keyword targeting actually makes up about, I would say, 80% of all of our campaigns. Keyword targeting is the one and only we want to put it in the S tier. So what Google Ads is really known for many years is their pay-per-click search, right? And search is built off of what? Keywords. And so since YouTube is essentially a Google product, and this has not changed. YouTube is the biggest search engine in the world next to Google itself. So this has not changed as well. Keyword targeting is number 1 for all of our campaigns. And whether that's a brand new campaign that has a small budget, or it's a seasoned campaign where we're spending 50,000 plus, 100,000 plus per month, we're going to be using about 80% of the budget for keyword targeting. Very simple. We go after a very broad keyword. If it's in the make money niche, we go after make money online. If it's in the fitness niche, we're going after lose weight or 6-pack abs or whatever, right? And if we're in say the whatever niche, we're going after the main 3 to 5 different keywords. So whatever niche that you're in, what are the biggest keywords? Those are the ones that we're going to use and split test against. We don't build out thousands of keywords in our campaigns. You can take a look at some of our examples here. So we log into one of our clients here and take a look at our keyword targeting for Digital Nomad Week. So this is a small budget. It doesn't matter if it's a large budget or small budget, but in this campaign, we essentially only have a couple keywords. So for keyword targeting, we're going to be going after, like I said, about 3 to 5 main keywords. We're going to split test between 3 and 5. Google is not good at split testing at 1,000 different keywords when it comes to YouTube ads. So we had 5 keywords, I believe, for this test. And now we are down to 2 keywords. And in this initial test, I believe that digital nomad was going to be the best keyword. And work remotely, we're going to pause that at some point. As you can see here, the results do say that, we're getting about $8 per lead versus about $5 per lead. So we're going to stay with the 1 keyword. And now we have 1 keyword selected out of the 5 keywords we were running. We tested out 5. 2 of them didn't get much traffic. 2 of them did. And 1 is the winner. So that is essentially doing keyword targeting. We pick 3 to 5 best keywords. And how we do the keyword targeting is essentially just go onto Google search, YouTube search, type in digital nomad, if that's our main keyword. And then we look to see, oh, what else is there? Digital nomad jobs. And then we look at the video. Say this is one of the best placement ads that we have running right now. And we look at the tags. We use vidIQ, we use TubeBuddy. That's basically it. All these free tools you can use. Google keyword tool. We use all of the free tools out there. So that's keyword targeting. So now if we switch back over to the tier list, what do we have next? Placements. All right, I'm going to put this in the A tier. Placements is essentially what we're doing for this campaign as well. In one of the other ad campaigns, we have placements. So under placements, if you click on placements, we are selecting manually all these YouTube videos and putting them into a list, hundreds and hundreds of videos. And again, the same thing applies. We eventually go through the list, find out which ones are converting, which ones are getting all the traffic. Only some of them will. And when we found out this is the winner, this is the number 1 video that we're getting placement ad traffic for. This is working online and it's a digital nomad documentary. So we're getting a lot of leads from this, which makes a lot of sense. We take a look at the results here, $4 per lead. So it's actually doing much better than keyword targeting. But however, the reason we're not putting this into the S tier list is because placements do not scale. Obviously, we're not going to be doing millions of dollars in sales through a YouTube ad that only gets about 700 impressions. So that's about a month worth of impressions. So yeah, you're not going to be able to scale that many offers with placement ads. Usually, the placement ads we're running about $50 a day. This placement ad campaign, we're only running just a $5 a day budget. So it's working at this budget. So if you're running $5 a day, $10 a day, make sure to take a look at my previous videos on how to run a placement ads campaign for about $10 a day. That's going to be in the cards for you. But if you have a larger budget, you're not going to want to spend a lot of time with placements. In fact, you're not really going to focus on placements at all if you're spending more than say $300 per day. If you're spending less than $100 per day, mix your targeting between keywords and placements. These are actually about 80% of all of our campaigns, keywords and placements. Those are the S and A tiers. All right, let's put one in that kind of sucks. All right, I'm going to put topics. So topics is a very wide targeting option. Topics is essentially never used in any of my campaigns, but you can. So you go, it's actually in the show more category. So it's not even in the top area of YouTube ads. You can see here, you can add topics. We're in a selected ad group here. And then we have these wider range of topics. We can select digital nomad, maybe the keyword. Will something pop up here? And we have e-commerce services, outsourcing, home office, affiliate programs. Essentially, you can see here that these are wide topics, and I don't have much data on these. You know, we can see arts and entertainment, fun and trivia. You know, what's inside? What's the audience size? We have no idea. It's completely useless to us. This gets our worst ranking overall. This is in the D category. So next comes affinity audiences. Affinity audience. What the hell is an affinity audience? Well, if we take a look at audiences, we'll go under here. We can add an audience in, select our ad group again, and then this will give us a few choices. So we have Google actually serving us some options here. Custom intent audiences. This is a separate thing. This is what we're going to be talking about next. Custom intent audiences. What do we have here? Custom intent. Affinity audience. So Google is recommending that based on our past click performance in our advertising, that they're going to give us a target of targeting business professionals, people with professional manager office jobs, right? Impressions 10 billion to 1 trillion. So unlike the placement ads that we have that are getting just maybe 2,000 impressions per month, this is possibly getting us 4 trillion impressions per month. An obscene amount of traffic is available in these larger audiences. So affinity audiences is a little bit more like topics. It's just slightly better. This is something that we almost never use. So I would basically count this out unless you're running a really, really large campaign. Some of these might work. So we have in-market audiences. Let's talk about that. So affinity audiences are, again, just like a little bit like topics. At least they give you a little bit more data on what the affinity audiences are. But in-market audiences, we're going to put this into the B category. The reason is that we've gotten this to work. However, there's not like a whole lot of information that Google gives us about exactly how they formulate and create these in-market audiences. They can be pretty large and they can work for a specific interest, right? So if you have an in-market category, such as say you're selling websites, so there's an in-market audience for you, website design and development. These are people that are in the market in the last 14 days. They have made some type of decision to visit a website, watch a YouTube video, something that Google has deemed saying, okay, this person is in market to buy a website. The amount of impressions per month we're looking at is something like 4 billion impressions, maybe even 20 billion impressions per month available. And this is based on actually worldwide traffic. So yeah, 20 billion, maybe 10 billion impressions, right? So how many people are in market for websites on a monthly basis? You know, probably a few million, right? So it's possible that this group is pretty accurate, but we've gotten mixed results here. Overall, it's worked for us. In market is something you should definitely test, but it's not something we rely on long term. And it's the same for custom intent audiences. Now, it's custom intent audiences. I'm basically putting these in the C category as well. Custom intent audiences, infinity audiences, I believe, are on the same level. Now, there's a little bit of a difference to it, but essentially, to me, as far as results and the way that it's set up within Google Ads, I'm putting these neck to neck right now. So Google has recommended us some custom intent audiences. They're auto created. This one's pretty small, a small size, remote year travel program. It's basically putting a bunch of keywords together, auto creating it, and saying, this is your custom intent audience. We're going after people that are keyword searching for these types of things, but not necessarily uh, all at the same time. So it's like taking keyword targeting and making it worse. That's essentially what custom intent audiences do. We've did split tests, going split testing keywords, say like make money online keyword versus custom intent, make money online keywords, and plugging these in. You can plug up a bunch of keywords like that, up to 50. You can create these into the back end here at Google. So essentially, we're putting that into the C category. We almost never use affinity audiences as custom intents, and we never use topics. Topics would be used, say, for promoting Coca-Cola. We have a major brand that doesn't care about ROAS; it cares more about branding. That's where topics could come in to play. Uh, but if we're talking about getting a return on your ad spend, if you want ROAS, if you have a offer that is very specific to your audience and niche specific, you're going to want to go with keyword targeting and placements and custom audiences. This will make up about 95% of your campaigns, a combination of keyword, placement, and custom audiences with a 5% of ad spend in market audiences. Sometimes we like to use the in-market audiences to begin getting traffic while we generate the campaigns and optimize the campaigns that we're doing with keywords and placements. And with custom audiences, it takes a long time to develop these things if you don't have them already created in your Google Ads account. So this is the long-term play. This is essentially creating your warm list, your warm audiences. I'm not putting them in S tier because they're not large. You can't scale up a campaign and do, say, like 100,000 a month with custom audiences just because they're really small. So, well, the way we like to use custom audiences is essentially, say, we have a YouTube channel and we have subscribers. Now we can put them into a custom audience, saying, okay, we want to target our ad and run it towards people who are subscribed to our YouTube channel, towards people who watched a specific video on our YouTube channel in the last 30 days, and so forth. These are custom audiences. And if you have a larger budget and you've spent a lot of money on your Google Ads account, you can upload your email list and create a custom match, custom audiences. So many options where we have sometimes 10, 20, or even 30 custom audiences that we're using, website visitors, YouTube visitors, and so forth. So this will make up about maybe 10% of your overall budget. It's obviously killer with ROAS, but it's not scalable because it's just your warm audience. It's small, very small, right? So that there you go. You have it. You have keyword targeting makes up about 80% of all of our campaigns. Placements make up about another 10%. Custom audiences make up 10%. That's about 100% of our advertising. And we use in-market audiences sparingly and appropriately for specific clients when they fit. Yeah, so that way we can get data in quickly. They're very effective. They're larger. And then anything below that, it's going to be a no-go as far as affinity audiences, custom intent, topics, or just demographic targeting, worldwide targeting, something where you just kind of don't give Google any type of targeting options and just go blank. Then you're talking about worldwide, no targeting options, and they're just showing your ad wherever it sees fit. So that's not something we do here with YouTube ads. So hopefully you got a lot of value out of that. I try to make that as short as possible. If you enjoyed this, make sure to subscribe and like, because this will help the algorithm. And the more you like the videos, the more videos I will make.